Hi, everyone. Over the next 2 days, we are going to finish up lesson 16 in your Ready Reading Point of View. And we are going to be taking a close look at a realistic fictional story on pages 264 and 265. So, as you are reading, I would like you to think about the narrator's and or the story character's point of view. And I would like you to think about why it's important for you to distinguish between your point of view and the narrator and or story character's points of view when you are reading stories. And as you are reading, I want you to look closely at what each character thinks, says, and does to help determine his or her point of view. Up in the upper left-hand corner, words to know. As you read, look inside, around, and beyond these words to figure out what they mean. And the words are wrestling and ballet. So today, after you are done reading, you are going to have a set of comprehension questions to answer on a Google form. Tomorrow, when we revisit this realistic fictional story, you are going to offer an extended response to a writing prompt. So, the title of this realistic fictional story is Basketball Ballet, and it's by Lori Anastasia from the magazine entitled Highlights. Starting here, paragraph 1, here we go. There's a new kid in our class, I told my friend Aiden as we hung up our coats at the back of the classroom. How do you know? Aiden asked. He moved in next door to me, I said, sitting down at my desk. Mom and I brought muffins over yesterday. Class, please welcome Brady Walker, Miss Simpson said, while my new neighbor stood beside her. Brady, tell the class something about yourself, Miss Simpson said. I'm from California, said Brady. I have a dog that eats all my stuff. Everyone giggled. His dog sounds just like mine, I thought. I like baseball and basketball, and I take dance class. Dance class, Aiden yelled. That's for girls. The whole class laughed, and Brady's face turned bright red. That's enough, Miss Simpson said. At lunch, Brady walked over to an empty seat at my table. Hi, Emilio, Brady said to me. Thanks again for those awesome muffins. Can I sit here? I was about to say yes, but Jordan put his foot on the chair. The seat is taken, he said. Sit with the girls. Aiden laughed. Brady walked away and sat by himself. That afternoon, Brady sat by himself on the bus. I felt bad for him, so I thought about sitting with him, but I didn't want to get picked on. I remembered how everyone teased me when I knit a scarf for Miss Simpson. I didn't like being teased, so I gave up my knitting. But what would have happened if I'd stood up for myself? When I got home, I made a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. My dog, Gus, was barking by the living room window. I walked over to see why, and Brady was shooting baskets in his driveway. He was really good. I went back into the kitchen to get my sandwich, but it was gone. Gus stood by the counter with the tiny pickle hanging from his mouth. The next day, we had gym with Coach Kelly. Today we're playing basketball, Coach Kelly announced. Emilio and Natalie will be captains. Emilio, you pick first. I looked around the room and noticed Brady, and it felt like giant robots were wrestling inside my stomach. I didn't want to get laughed at, but I knew what I had to do. I choose Brady, I said. What? Adam yelled. He can't play basketball. A giant smile spread across Brady's face, and he ran up and stood beside me. Why did you pick me? He asked. I wasn't a good friend yesterday. I said. Plus, I know you're good at basketball. We started playing, and Brady made 10 baskets and stole the ball from Aiden 4 times. Wow, Aiden said to Brady. Where did you learn those moves? Brady smiled. Ballet class. Aiden looked at me, then at Brady. Could you teach me? Brady, Aiden, and I started hanging out together all the time after that. Usually we were in Brady's driveway practicing our basketball ballet. All right, we are going to come together for any last minute questions before we get started.